Hello, we are Group 4, and today we'll be introducing our company, NutriQuest. To give you a brief description about our company, we are a nonprofit organization that is centered around a mobile app called NutriQuest that fosters healthy eating habits and goals while providing nutritional content. The main feature of our app is that users can make a personalized profile and have the app tailored to their personal preference in many categories, including food logging and diary, nutrient analysis, meal planning and recipes, food intolerance or accommodations, health monitoring, and educational resources. Our app also gives users a progress checking sheet that correlates to their health and nutrition goals. Our last main feature is that the app has its own community forum, which is almost like its own social media, as well as daily reminders and notifications to users. Here are some mock-ups of the app's interface that we have created to give some examples of what the app would look like. Users are able to choose exactly which areas they want to focus on based on their lifestyles. The most popular preferences based on our survey research was meal planning, educational resources, and food tracking. We've also included a barcode scanner that will tell users about the product they scanned, like the nutrition facts or even a sustainability report on the product. The mission statement of our company is to empower individuals to make informed and healthy food choices. We are actually a nonprofit organization aiming to educate the importance of making healthier decisions when it comes to nutrition. Being a nonprofit is actually one of our competitive advantages. Any revenue we do generate is put back into the company to further our company mission. Another competitive advantage our app has is that our service is affordable. Most services are free and premium services are placed at very low costs thanks to the funding through sponsorships and grants that we will talk a little more about later. Our app also has an included community forum to reach out and share personal stories or seek help from others regarding health and nutrition tips. Another point that sets our app different from our competitors is that we put heavy emphasis on education and prevention of unhealthy eating habits through collaborations with schools and nutritionists. These same nutritionists can offer professional advice and also help manage content in the community forums. Lastly, the personability and convenience of our app puts us at an advantage. Most other nutrition apps usually focus on one sector, such as food logging. Our app has a mixture of most services, so there's no need for multiple apps hogging your home screen. To sum everything up, our app and company aims to provide a service to the user by giving them comprehensive information on nutrition, healthy habits, and fitness. We also help aid users in their health journey by offering multiple services such as food logging and meal planning. We do all this as a nonprofit organization initially started up through grants and sponsorships with the goal of educating the youth, specifically college students between the ages of 18 through 29. For our marketing environment, the demographic is focused on American adults from 18 to 30 who are attracted to healthier trends and also have a motive in wanting to protect their health. These adults we found are also highly connected and more sensitive to social trends. In terms of economics, affordability is a big concern regarding our target market since most of our students do not have economic flexibility. In the sociocultural sector, there are growing trends in the healthy food lifestyle. During COVID, there were many fitness trends that escalated online, and current dietary trends include sustainable and plant-based diets. For the political and legal environment in relation to our market, since we are an app, we have to follow App Store and Google Play regulations since NutriQuest will be distributed through these online platforms. Users are also inputting their personal health data in our app, so we have to comply with HIPAA and GDPR regulations. In terms of the industry, we have to stay on top of changing trends, especially because our market is very trend sensitive. We should also work at aiming to truly differentiate and create an alternative to other freemium models currently in the market. Next is our SWOT analysis. The strength of our service is that we are affordable and offer a wide range of services and features within our one app. Since users can pick out certain features they want, it will not overwhelm them with having to deal with other services they might not be interested in. Our focus communities are also unique and serve as a tool users can use to connect them with others who might share similar fitness goals. Our app can also be integrated with food delivery apps and wearable devices such as the Apple Watch. The weaknesses of our brand is that since we are a new organization attempting to enter the market, we have no brand recognition and a limited food database. Our business model also heavily relies on outside funding, which is not always guaranteed. And since there is a high saturation of nutrition apps already in the market, user encouragement can be difficult. Data accuracy can also be varied depending on geographic location, since most of our data has been collected and tailored to US markets. Opportunities for our app and company are potential partners that could collaborate later down the line to increase development and research of not only our app, but ways to increase awareness and education on healthier eating habits. In the future, we can also see potential for global expansion and entry into foreign markets. Threats for our company include high competition with the numerous already existing nutrition and fitness apps. Another threat is the inconsistency in relation to dietary trends that we would have to constantly adapt to in our app. Creating an app like NutriQuest also calls for a high risk of data infringement against us from our competitors. Also, since our community forums are essentially another social media platform for users, there could be false information that we cannot always control. For our marketing research survey analysis, we found that the demographics mainly composed of about 64 total respondents in between the ages of 17 through 30. 75% were students and or part-time workers, 70% were female and 30% male, and the majority of those who took our survey were Asian, Hispanic, or of white background. To add the health habits of those who took our survey, about 40% exercised occasionally, 35% had difficulty finding healthy and affordable meal options, about half of the participants ate 2 meals a day, and about 60% rated their overall health a 3 out of 5. These are some responses we found from those who took our survey and were asked to answer a question that would describe their dietary and or fitness lifestyle. We found that the main pattern was that everyone said something along the lines of that their diet could be better and or more balanced. When asked about a food and nutrition app, our top 3 features that the respondents wanted were that one, at 72%, they wanted a meal planning in the service while still caring about the affordability of the app. About 60% wanted educational resources, and then about 56% thought a food diary which incorporates some sort of food tracking and calorie counting. When asked about where they seek their nutrition advice from, almost 80% of the respondents said that they sought advice from nutritionalists, while about 55% sought their information from doctors. Just less than 40% sought information from an online community platform, and just over 30% sought information from personal trainers.
For our segmentation, we decided to segment our market primarily through age and occupation. Our primary focus are 18 to 29-year-old college students and are Americans, as this age group is the most likely to use diet and nutrition apps to keep track of their health. They also tend to be financially insecure. Our secondary group are post-college adults because they also tend to have financial insecurity and are the closest to our target market. For our tertiary segmentation, we decided to focus on industry professionals, particularly focusing on nutritionists and healthcare professionals, hoping and seeking to create partnerships with these individuals. For our target market, we decided to serve 18 to 29-year-old college students. As research shows, this age group are most likely to have health apps that track their daily diets. Research also shows that college students often have food insecurity. Both our primary and secondary research showed that they are careful to spend money towards nutritional apps, and they also have a desire to improve their overall health, but are unsure on how to balance their diet. We selected this group to be our target market because they would be the most interested in downloading a diet and nutritional app. Our goal is also to take preventive measures by educating users about healthy and eating habits. This age group would be a perfect candidate towards preventive measures, as they are the first ones to be responsible towards their own health and diet while still being young enough to have preventive measures. Our app also provides cheap pricing, which would appeal towards college students that have these financial responsibilities over their heads. The five main differentiating factors of NutriQuest include kosher and halal diet plans and food warnings. This feature will include scanning foods and giving warnings whether a food would classify as halal or not. We also have connection with food delivery apps because users wanted to have convenience in eating. This feature will enable users to eat healthy takeout foods with ease. Personalized homepage and food product options depending on the user's budget also enable the users that are concerned about finances to still eat healthily. Educational resources that focus on preventive habits encourage users to learn through pop-up nutritional and diet information. And our company being a nonprofit organization includes having a strong focus on community well-being, especially on the user's health. We wanted to emphasize to our prospective users that the app can help create meal plans based on their budget and the user's preference of meals. Other apps consider the user's budget, but our app will consider whether the user wants to meal prep or order delivery. This will cater towards college students who may not have the time or may not know how to cook their own foods. This will enable them to eat healthily towards food deliveries or if they are able to, towards their own meal preparations. The app also considers dietary restrictions, including religious reasons and or personal diet plans. These restrictions will flag foods ordered through other apps such as food delivery services and restaurants. This will enable the user to follow a healthy diet plan that is within their budget and their primary method of getting meals. Our competitors include My Plate Calorie Counter, Plate Joy, MyFitnessPal, and Noom. Our biggest competitor is MyFitnessPal, holding the biggest market share and having a large database towards their own food and nutrition. However, they require an expensive membership for detailed nutrient analysis, which our app will provide freely. None of our other competitors offer budget plans that cater to both meal preparation and food delivery. This big feature will cater to those that seek many different options on how they get their meals. Despite the high market saturation, here are reasons why we believe NutriQuest would still succeed. Our top threat was a similarity between our app and our competitors. In short, other apps can offer similar services to our app, which includes nutritional tracking, meal plans, recipes, barcode scanning feature, and community forum. The main complaints against other nutrition apps were technical issues, lack of personalization, limited trust and credibility, time and effort, limited social support, and the focus on controlling your appetite rather than eating in moderation. NutriQuest's advantages towards our competitors and addressing users' complaints against competing apps are our various features into an all-in-one app. We also have credibility as we seek to gather many opinions from nutritionists and update them to cater towards each individual the best diet. We also seek to promote long-term effects by creating meal plans that adjust to the user's personal lifestyle and slowly develop healthy eating habits. Our main marketing communication towards finding funding for our community is aimed towards investors, funders, companies, or organizations. We would focus on the fact that we are a nonprofit organization aiming to educate and advocate healthier habits, and to do this, we have created an app called NutriQuest. We are want to focus on Microsoft and Google because of their mission statements that empower every person in every organization on the planet to achieve more for Microsoft and for Google, organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. These two companies are known to invest in startups that promote community well-being. We would request investments from other organizations with similar marketing statements, but we want to focus on these two because of the amount of influence they have.
Moving on to our market communications for our target market, which are for 18 to 29-year-old college students. To our target market, we would also advertise that our app would be personalizable, affordable, and fit for their own personal health goals, and it could all be all done through the features that are included in our app called NutriQuest. To go into more detail about the budget for our marketing and the allocation of the finances, most of the budget, about 40%, would go towards online advertising. We found that college students have a large online presence, and social media initiatives would be extremely useful and effective. For example, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We would also seek to find possible influencer sponsorships. Our second most allocated category of funds was offline events at about 25%. Although offline events are one of our last priorities, it takes up a lot of the budget because of how costly these events like pop-up booths are. We thought these events would be effective to post up during campus season during college fairs. Our third category is print advertising, which takes up about 20% of our finances. These graphics are flyers that would be posted around school campuses. A great location would be school dining halls, so as students, which are our target market, could see these during their meal times. Public speakers take up about 50% of the allocation, and they take up the least because most of the sector will be managed by volunteers. Public speakers will essentially go to schools and speak directly to college students about health and nutrition with two goals in mind. One, to educate about healthy eating and habits and nutrition, and two, promote our app and company. These are some marketing examples that we have created. The left two are Instagram stories, but not only can these be used as Instagram story graphics, we can also create them into MP4 files and use them on TikTok or YouTube Shorts. On the right, we have flyers for campuses that will be posted around schools. These flyers explain the company background and our goals we have as a company or as a nonprofit organization.
For our pricing, we decided that the app will be free to use with only 2 additional features available for a subscription fee. These features are the personalized diet and fitness plan, accessible through a membership fee. The subscription fee is priced as $3 bi-weekly, $5 monthly, $25 for 6 months, and $50 annually. The variety in pricing options appeal to users that are financially sensitive, giving them options with less commitment. For our distribution, our app will be available through the App Store and Play Store, being on both iOS and Android devices. The app can also be linked to wearable devices such as smartwatches. For our app distribution of promotion, the app will be promoted by volunteers and social media influencers through social media, college campuses, and online forums. Online advertisements and sponsorships will also be implemented. Thank you very much.